Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode number 3 of the Speed Syndicate USA YouTube channel. It's been, I don't know, like 2 or 3 weeks, something like that. It's been a while since I put out a video or even posted anything anywhere. And I've had several people ask me, what's going on? When's the next video coming out? What kind of projects are you working on? And truth be told, guys, I haven't really done anything out here in the shop. You can see the transmission is still apart on the bench over there. I've just got all kinds of shit scattered all kinds of everywhere out here. But I haven't really been in the garage very much at all, other than to open the door and toss something in here. I mean, I've got chainsaws and you name it laying around out here right now. Had several projects outside of the garage come up, remodeled the kitchen, had a tree to cut up, this, that, and the other. But I think life is back to normal now, and it's time to get back to work out here in the garage. So step number 1 is, let's get this place cleaned up, guys. So here we go. Oh yeah, so I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but the garage door is clearly f***ed up. The other day I was out here and the damn cable snapped on that thing and it nearly took me out. Would have killed 6 ordinary men. Okay, so you guys might remember that the last time we were out here, this thing took a dump on us. To the best of my knowledge, it works again, or at least it did the last time I tried it. So let's give it a shot and see what happens. Beautiful. Now let's hope that it lasts for more than half of a part this time. I want to get back to where we were when we left this project with cleaning everything up to see what all we really need. I believe that it's just going to be like a basic rebuild kit. Clutches, bushings, seals, O-rings, shit like that. I don't think it's really going to be anything too serious. Like I said, it worked. The car ran and drove. It just leaked. That was the only reason I took it apart. I don't think it needs anything major. Everything looks pretty good from what I can see, but let's clean it up, look at everything thoroughly, and see if we can find anything that might be hiding. Present a problem later, basically. Grab some gloves and a brush and we'll get started. Alright, so cross member is all cleaned up. The parts washer seems to be running fine now. So if you're wondering how I fixed it, what it cost me, where to get the parts, etc. Actually what I ended up doing was I took this here wire brush and beat the hell out of it, and then I let it sit here and think about what it had done for like a day, and I came back and it works just fine. So these bands, I'm not going to bother cleaning them because they're just going to get replaced anyway. Same with all the clutches. But one thing I do want to do with these clutches is to clean up a couple of them to at least show you what I found on them. This is probably the best example to show you. Let's turn this back on. This is moment of truth right here. It blew a small bubble, but it works. So this is one of the friction discs, and this side doesn't look too bad. It's worn, but it's there. This side, not so much. As you can see, about half of the friction material is just completely gone off of it. We're down the middle there. And this is one of the better ones. Here's one of the steels out of it. You can see it's got significant wear on it as well. So definitely time for some clutches, definitely time for a rebuild. Son of a bitch. Man. It's a sign. We're done for the night, boys. Piece of junk. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, fellas. So the parts washer here is obviously a female. Very temperamental. Can't never tell when you're going to be able to turn it on or not. So, she's a redhead. Let's name her Lucy. Maybe we can get something cleaned up tonight. Listen, y'all, it's hotter than a D-Walt at the pawn shop in here tonight. So I turned this fan on, and I'm hoping that it don't cause too much noise in the background, too many audio issues, but I reckon we'll find out. Worst case scenario is we ain't getting no audio tonight. It has occurred to me that some of y'all might be asking, why am I spending so much time cleaning this whole thing up if all I'm going to do is throw it back up underneath that car? And I've asked myself the same thing as well, and truth be told, I'm not trying to get it perfect. I just really want to knock the big chunks of stuff off of it so I can at least handle the thing without looking like I just crawled out of a tube of grease. The other thing is, really, I just want to make sure that there's no surprises here. You know, make sure I don't have a cracked housing or something like that could have been contributing to the leak issues that I was having. I believe it was probably all just that loose line. If you refer back to, I think it might have been the last episode 2, where we tore it down. I found that loose line on it. That's probably where the leak was from, but I've got it apart, so let's just check it out. Overall, this tail housing looks okay. I don't see nothing crazy about it. It's got a couple, 2 or 3 little few marks on it, but I believe I've probably done most of that, taking it apart or taking it out, you know. So I think, you know, overall, I haven't really found any surprises, and let's hope that trend continues, you know, throughout the rest of this thing. Boys, I think I might have an inkling of an idea of what's going on with the parts washer here, because the last couple times I've hit that switch, this sumbitch has shocked the fire out of me. Woo! That sumbitch is hot, boys. Might be all 110 volts come through that dude. Alright guys, so as you can see here, we've got this thing tore down and cleaned up for the most part. I mean, you know, there's more I could do to it, sure. I could I could take the pump apart further. I could take the valve body apart further. I mean, I could knock bushings and whatnot out of it. But given what I found, and given the fact that it did work before, you know, you could drive the car down the road. It just leaked. I really would say that we don't need to go any further into this. I mean, we found clutches that were pretty much wore just all the way slap out. And we found that line on the side of it that, I mean, wasn't even hand tight, you know. The only thing more that really I could do right now is to clean this main section of the case up here. But I just don't think I'm going to find anything. I've got all the main components removed and cleaned up, and there's nothing there. You know, we found wore out clutches and we found a loose line, and that pretty much explains everything that was going on with the car. So at this point, pretty much what I got to do is source a rebuild kit. So if you know a good spot to get C4 rebuild kits, one that's going to include everything that I need, drop it down in the comments. Let me know. Let me know where's the best spot to get one of these things. So in the meantime, let's kind of talk about what's next for Speed Syndicate. We've had our first giveaway. We didn't have a lot of entrants, but those who did enter, everybody that entered got something. Our winner got a free shirt, which when I asked him which one he wanted, he said, surprise me. So that's exactly what I did. I ended up surprising him with a one-off design that I'm never going to sell. Nobody else is ever going to have one. He's got the only one ever been made. So I think that that's pretty cool. You know, if I won something and it was a one of one, I'd be pretty happy with that. And the other guys that entered, I ended up sending them all a little something just to say thank you for entering. Obviously, I can't do that every time, especially if we have a ton of entrants. But I will make sure that you get something, you know, even if it's a discount code or whatever. So aside from that, let's see, we're in the early part of August here, which means that summer is quickly passing us by. We only got a couple weeks of summer left. So here's what I'm going to do on the merch side of things. Some of our original designs that are up on the website right now are going to get archived. They're going to go away. You know, I'll keep the ones that are selling, the ones that, you know, have been selling pretty well. I'll keep those. But a lot of the stuff is going to get archived. You know, if I've only sold a couple of them, you know, there's no sense in keeping it around. So if there's something you've been on the fence about buying, now's the time to do it. Go to speedsyndicateusa.com and get whatever it is, because there's a chance it's going to get archived here soon. And at the same time that we're archiving that stuff, we're also going to bring in some brand new designs. I've been working on a lot of stuff. Got a lot of stuff on the drawing board right now. I'm going to be bringing that out, and going to be bringing out some new types of merch as well. You know, we'll have like some hoodies, some beanies, stuff like that. You know, weather's going to be cooling off soon. As I said, summer's coming to a close. So we'll get some more fall or wintertime oriented gear up on the website. We've got plenty of things stacked up around here to do, so that's no problem. Got a couple of small blocks over there that we can tear down. That one, obviously, as you can see, is blown up. That one under the bag is, really don't know much about it. I think it's allegedly stock. It's supposed to have a new crank in it. I think it's virgin bore. I do know it's a 4-bolt main. I have had to pan off of it enough to see that. So we got all that stuff to do. This thing has got to be wired still. Going to be sending that off to my buddy to get it wired up. I don't have the patience for a job like that. I'd string about 3 wires neatly, and then the rest of it would just get tossed in there, and it just wouldn't look good. Could I do it? Yes. Could I make it work? Yes. Would it look pretty? Not a chance. So we're going to send that off and get it done. Let's see what else we got. We got a 4-wheeler that needs some work. I don't know anything about that type of work at all. You know, I've sold a lot of ATV parts, but never really had my hands on one as far as working on it. So that'll be interesting to tear into. We got some various issues there. We got charging issues, we got transmission issues, we got leaking issues, we got all kinds of stuff. So that one could keep us busy for a while. I own a piece of crap lawnmower that we can work on all the damn time. And then, you know, just whatever pops up. There's always something around here. Like I told you, the garage door about killed me the other day. So that thing, it's got to be replaced. I don't know if you could tell, but that panel at the top of it used to be down there. So she don't open or close right now. She just kind of blocks the hole. So we got that. Like I said, just whatever pops up, you name it. There's always something around here that needs attention. So with that said, guys, we're going to wrap this one up. I'm rambling on here. So give us a comment, give us a like, give us a follow, hit the subscribe button. We're at Speed Syndicate USA on everything. We're speedsyndicateUSA.com. Grab yourself some merch. Help me buy a rebuild kit for that dude. We gonna need it. Thanks, guys. See you next time.